Good afternoon, my lovelies. What it do, what it do, what it do. This is Jackove coming straight from that Spiker Star, aka the Messenger, aka the Virgo Goddess, aka the Daughters of Zion, aka that Topaz Gem Sapphire. And listen, always have a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what Ms. Jackove is trying to say. Remember, I'm just an outsider looking into your world, see things that you just don't see, okay? But dig this here, top of the afternoon, top of the afternoon. I am so blessed. I wake up every morning, lift my window up, look to Jerusalem, the celestial realms, and I say my prayers. And then I say them again once I get outside, okay? Because the sovereign Lord is merciful and worthy and worthy and worthy, okay, to be praised, okay? I worship God over here, not Satan, okay? Okay, anywho, on that note, today's episode number 10. What get on the goddess's nerves? When people be adding themselves to another person's accomplishments, fake success, and or wallet, and adding their lifestyle, poor choices to someone else's instead of speaking for them own selves. Also attempting to take credit, sharing glory, or reap the benefits off of achievements they did not personally accomplish. This behavior often stems from a desire to appear more successful, connected, competent than they actually are, okay? It's a lot of people out here. It's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing out here, okay? A whole lot. A lot of people was wearing a mask. A lot of people was perpetrating a fraud, okay? When I used to go to this shul, Benzi, the guy I've been talking about, okay? He always used to talk about his rich friends. Oh, his friends were so rich. I mean, they so rich, they never fed the poor a day in their life, but they so rich, right? Okay, yeah, So, he always used to talk about how rich his friends are and how he hangs with this rich, wealthy subgroup and just all this type of stuff. And it's like, yo, like, you talking about another man's wealth. Where's your wealth at? Where's your accomplishments at? You talking about another man, but where's yours at? Another man's wallet ain't going on your plate or in your wallet. Another man's food ain't going on your plate either. So why are you focusing on another man? Where's your accomplishments at? And then they'll sit up here and talk about some, oh, we got the, who is we? Who is we? No, I got this. Where yours at? Where yours at? You talking about we. Ain't no we. Ain't no we. Ain't no we. Okay, you get your own. I got my own. You go out here and get your own. Where yours at? You worrying about another man's wallet and another man's pocket that ain't even going in yours. Where yours at? When he eat don't make you take a dookie, so where yours at? Where yours at? Then they talk about some ain't nobody perfect. No. Speak for yourself. You ain't. Because that's what you chose to be. That's your own personal problem. They ain't got nothing to do with me or nobody else. If you ain't perfect, get perfect. Stop following behind the next man and work on yourself to be a greater version of yourself. That's what you do, okay? How about that, okay? But yeah, this would include episode 10 on what gets on the goddess's nerves, okay? People out here including themselves in somebody else's wealth and somebody else's accomplishments instead of going out here and going creating their own. Or they'll sit up here and talk about, oh, well, so-and-so created this invention and that invention. So what? Where's your invention at? You worrying about her invention. Where's yours at? Why you ain't achieving your goals? Why you ain't achieving nothing? Why you ain't inventing nothing? Why you worrying about somebody else's invention instead of going out here and creating your own invention? You dig? Anywho, it's that Spiker Star, the brightest star of the constellation, looking into your world, see things that you just don't see. Hey, listen, go out and get your own and stop worrying about another man's accomplishments and always speak for yourself. Not for me and not for nobody else. And another man ain't responsible for your life. You're responsible for your own salvation and your own life and your own poor choices that you decide to make for yourself. I'm Goose.